There's just something so very magical about a classic simple vanilla cake, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. The flavors here are so multi-dimensional, your taste buds won't know what hit them. You bite into this feather-light vanilla sponge that literally melts away in your mouth, and don't even get me started on this whipped buttercream frosting that tastes like a rich French vanilla ice cream. Let's begin straight away. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and first we'll prepare all of our elements. So here I've added baking powder and some salt into all-purpose or plain flour. I'm just going to whisk it and keep it aside. Then in another bowl or a cup here, I have taken 2 full eggs at room temperature, and I'm also going to add my vanilla extract at this point and just give it a good whisk to break the eggs apart. This just makes it very easy for us to pour the eggs gently, a little at a time, into the cake batter when we're making it. The third element that we are prepping here is making our instant buttermilk. I just feel that adding this one step completely changes the texture of your vanilla cake. So you'll take some warm milk and add some vinegar to it and keep it aside. So now that we have all of our elements ready, we can start working on our cake. We'll start by creaming our butter and sugar together. So here I have in the bowl of my stand mixer some salted room temperature butter. You can use unsalted butter as well. And with my paddle attachment on a medium speed, I'll just mix it till it gets nice and smooth. As you can see, I've added some caster sugar, and I am just going to whisk this on speed 8 of my stand mixer, which has a speed range of 1 to 10, so medium high speed. You'll mix this for a total of 10 minutes, but you won't go in for 10 minutes at a stretch. You'll first mix it for 5 minutes because you'll see that there are a few streaky bits of butter that haven't mixed with the rest of the sugar here. So you do want to scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl halfway through and then go back in for another 5 minutes. This 10-minute duration where you cream your butter and sugar is such a vital aspect of creating this vanilla sponge cake. It just gives it such an incredible amount of lightness and tenderness. You'll see the difference when you take that first bite. So make sure you're creaming it really well. You can also use electric beaters. Now after 10 minutes, we are going to start adding the eggs a little at a time. So start your stand mixer on a medium-low speed, so speed 3 or 4 of your stand mixer, and start adding your vanilla infused eggs a little at a time. You absolutely do not want to add all of it in one go because that will just drown your batter. So add a little at a time. Let the batter incorporate that little portion of the egg mix before adding a little bit more until all of it has been used up. Then you'll stop your stand mixer, scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl again, because as you can see, some of those bits in there haven't mixed well, so you do want to scrape it very often. And now you'll go back in with your stand mixer on a medium high speed for a good 2-minute duration. As you near the 2-minute mark, you'll start to see just how voluminous this batter has gone, and also the batter starts to look really silky, smooth and shiny. You can see that looks absolutely amazing. Now we are going to start sifting in our dry ingredients. So these are the dry ingredients that we combined in the beginning of the video, which has the all-purpose flour or the plain flour, the baking powder and salt. We just combined it and whisked it well initially, and now we are sifting it into our cake batter directly. And now I'll use my paddle attachment on the slowest speed setting and just mix it until it just starts to come together. And now we'll start adding our instant buttermilk that we've prepared by adding some vinegar to warm milk. You'll add a little at a time until it's all well combined. It is very important that you make this instant buttermilk ahead of time before you start making the cake batter, because you do want the milk to cool down. You don't want to add warm milk into the cake batter because that will melt the butter and all of the hard work that you've done to create and incorporate all of that air. And then you just scrape the sides and the bottom one last time and go back in on a low speed for just about 20 to 25 seconds until it's mixed well together. You definitely do not want to overwork the cake batter because then you'll get a very dense and gummy vanilla cake, and you absolutely absolutely do not want that. Now here I have two 6-inch cake tins which I have greased really well and lined the bottoms with parchment paper. I love using an ice cream scoop and alternating between the two tins so that I get an equal quantity of cake batter in both tins. Then I'm going to gently tap the tins against the work surface to get rid of any air pockets and then smooth it out with a spatula. In these go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes or until a skewer, knife or toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. While our cakes are baking and cooling, we'll work on our frosting. I have an entire detailed recipe video on how to make this deliciously delectable whipped buttercream frosting, and I highly recommend that you watch that because I do cover in intricate detail how to make this. For the purpose of keeping this video short and to the point, I have added a quick excerpt of how to make this whipped buttercream frosting, which is basically mixing your butter and cream cheese together till softened and then adding in sifted icing sugar a little at a time, then flavoring it with vanilla and then just mixing it till combined and then swapping the paddle attachment for a whisk and start pouring in your chilled whipping cream, which has at least 35% fat content, and start whipping this on a medium speed first for a minute. Then stop your electric beaters or the stand mixer that you're using and scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl so that the butter and cream cheese mix is well mixed with the whipping cream, and then go back in for another 2 to 2.5 minutes on a medium speed until it starts to leave trails like this and you have whipped this cream to stiff peaks. This is one of the most luxurious whipped buttercream frostings that you will ever make. It is so well balanced in terms of sweetness, no more cloyingly sweet buttercream. And once you make this buttercream frosting, it is going to be a staple in your baking journey. Now our cakes have cooled, so I'm going to level the top off and then I'll start assembling the cake. So I'm taking one layer and adding a generous amount of this whipped buttercream frosting that we made. You can see how silky smooth it is. I absolutely love the texture of this cake, and even as I'm editing this right now, I literally want to go and grab a spoonful and just enjoy it. That's how amazing it is. You'll add the second layer of the cake on top and then add a generous dollop of this whipped buttercream frosting. Do not forget to check the detailed video for this whipped buttercream frosting recipe. I have linked it on the screen and also in the description box along with the detailed recipe as well, so do check it out. And then you're just going to even out the buttercream frosting onto the cake surface and just make sure that you are coating it really well. I am not an expert at cake decorating and I truly love the naked frosting technique, so that's what I have gone for. And I've transferred a little bit of that whipped buttercream frosting into a different piping bag to which I have fixed a Wilton 2D piping nozzle. You can use a Wilton 1M as well or any nozzle of your choice. And I'm going to add these beautiful velvety swirls of this whipped buttercream frosting. I mean, look at how stunning this cake looks. All that's left to do is a generous touch of these colorful sprinkles and our beautiful classic vanilla cake is ready. It is vanilla cake but with a different twist. The frosting on this cake is unlike anything you have ever made. I'm going to cut into a slice and show you just how feather light the texture of the sponge is. And in a few seconds, you are going to see how clumsy I can be. And I almost destroyed this cake while I dropped this slice. Yeah, this happens very often with me. So I just thought of leaving it in the video so you know that I am very, very clumsy. Let's get back to this stunner of a vanilla cake. Look at the texture of the sponge. It is so feather light, tender, moist, and it melts in your mouth, and the frosting tastes exactly like vanilla ice cream. I really hope you give this a go. And once you've made this epic vanilla cake recipe, don't forget to make this lemon cream cheese pound cake recipe that you see on the screen. It is such a game-changing pound cake recipe and perfect with a cup of tea. So click on the video that you see on the screen and enjoy.